You probably heard the Zen kind of thinking of, if a tree falls in the forest but no one's there to hear it, did it actually happen or did it make a sound? And it kind of points to this idea that if there's no part of consciousness that can observe what's happening, then it doesn't matter what Shakti theoretically is or isn't doing, because there's no awareness of it. And if there is just the witness, but there's no dynamic vibration happening, then there's nothing to observe, and therefore there's no experience either. So it requires both of them. We have to have both Shiva and Shakti. We have to have both the part of us that can observe it and the object to be observed in order for us to have any kind of experience at all. And so we're wanting to be able to play with that. And so it's the reunification of Shiva and Shakti that allows us to re-experience the fullness and the totality of what our true self is as consciousness. So Shiva and Shakti are in truth a single consciousness. We bring them into conscious awareness so that we can explore their nature and eventually merge them into a single awareness of our true self. And as has been talked about before, the true self is defined as being what's referred to as Satchitananda. Satchitananda is a Sanskrit compound word that is translated as consciousness, being, and the Ananda part is bliss, love. You've probably heard of Yogananda or various other forms of Ananda. It references bliss, love. And so the idea being that the truth of our essence, the truth of ourself, what Tantra refers to as consciousness or awareness, we can also again call that as spirit, that our nature of spirit is our true self, our true essence. And that the nature of consciousness, it's aware of itself, its being, and it's naturally filled with bliss, love, and natural expression of peace. And so ultimately, the love that we're seeking, the peace that we're seeking, is a reconnection with our true essence, our true self. And so that is what Tantra invites us to do and to explore, and the recognition that the chasing and the pursuing of happiness in the outer world is an impermanent experience. We can have lots of fun and lots of experiences that are really great in the world, but if we're really looking for sustained happiness, joy, peace, love, then it's ultimately the reconnection with our own self that's going to bring that to us. And in the process of doing this, we are looking at it from the perspective of recognizing that everything is actually still consciousness. And so the pleasurable experiences that we can have in the world are embraced in Tantra. Instead of rejecting them and just going for the escape part of it to get out of the world, we are trying to find ways to discover that pure consciousness, that love, that existence of spirit, of divinity actually exists right within the experience of the world itself. So the mundane experiences that we have of brushing our teeth and taking a bath are all part of the sacredness of the experience of life, as are the various pleasures that we might have, and even the pains and the ups and downs and the challenges that arise are all a part of the sacred tapestry of the unfolding experience of God, of spirit, of Shakti, and being witnessed and observed by the Shiva principle. So we're trying to rediscover that everything is ultimately the divine. And that becomes part of the process of how Tantra goes about this experience.